Live from all over this beautiful land, this is the Testosterone Zone with the fine men, Noel, Keith, and Steve. Take it, boys!
And welcome, everybody, to episode 56 of the Testosterone Zone podcast. I'm here
56.
This is Keith. Hey, and I'm with Noel and Steve, and we have our good friend John back on from Guns Up Nation. Fellas, how are you?
Good.
Welcome back, John. I was doing any better. I'd be cheating.
That's right. I tell you what, it's a Monday, and it has been one, I think.
No doubt.
Don't let you all. But we are recording this on a Monday, getting ready to launch this on the Tuesday. And, we are deep into March Madness and excited about that. So that's what we're going to talk a little bit about today is how this bracket thing is going. And Steve's going to talk a little bit about a tournament he's setting up for everybody. And we're going to get our thoughts from John on Tech's chances of winning it all. So turn it over to you guys. So, Steve, tell us a little bit about this tournament that you have set up for everybody.
Absolutely. So, we love to have contests. And so we did the college football pick'em and then the bowl pick'em. Now we're doing the NCAA Basketball Tournament pick'em. And that's actually hosted by Yahoo. So we have that set up, or as Keith likes to call it, Yahoo. And
don't hate.
So for listeners that want to join us, we do have the links posted on our Facebook page, on Twitter, on our website, testosteronepodcast.com. And Keith is on Instagram as well.
Basically, by the time this is live, it will be. Okay. So I'm going to post it the day that we launch.
So it's just about 24 hours into the brackets being announced, and we already have 17 people signed up to play. So that's pretty cool. I think, John, you can build upon this. I really like the path that Texas Tech has for at least the first 3 rounds of the tournament. And I think if a lot of the sports pundits out there have communicated their same thoughts as well, that Tech could be a player this year to at least get to the Elite Eight, possibly the Final Four and beyond. So, John, what are you thinking?
First of all, fellas, thanks for having me on. It's always good to talk to y'all. And
same here.
Yeah, I'm hearing all the chatter, and man, I get nervous, because Tech has come a long way from going into the NCAA tournament, and Allen Iverson was there in your bracket. Yep. That was a tough field. I remember the day that Tech played Georgetown. I'm like, really? We're drawing Allen Iverson, for a tournament game? I know we had Jason Sasser and Jason Martin, but fast forward 20 years or so, and any NCAA game is a losable game. Remember, no gimmies. But if you look at Tech's bracket, compared to the region that Duke has to go through, Kentucky fans, have been kind of upset because they lost to Tennessee, and they were given a tougher regional than Tennessee was. You gotta like Tech's chances for a couple of reasons. One, Tulsa, practically speaking, that's a really good draw for Tech fans. There should be a good amount of red and black supporting our guys. Two, and I put this question up, on the Twitter page the other day. Chris Beard, following a loss, both stat numbers that I got back were kind of they could have been better. But the last few years, you think about it, that they lost to West Virginia by 3 last year, and they went on that big run in the NCAA tournament, got the Elite Eight. This year, they lose 3 in a row back in January or so. They reel off 9 straight wins. They lose to West Virginia again. Historically, and not just last year, but historically, the last few years, Chris Beard in Lubbock has his guys respond well after a loss. And so these predictions of Final Four, I've got them down to get there. And I think it's going to happen, though, Jarrett Culver is going to get his points. He is a surefire lottery pick.
Yep.
But what's going to make Tech successful, can David Moretti sink the three? And can Tariq Owens continue to patrol the middle like he's done? If those two guys come to play, Culver's going to play. He's going to play. He's going to score. He's going to do his thing. But if Moretti and Tariq Owens, if they are on their A game, then I think you'll really be pleased. It'll be a nice spring in Lubbock, Texas. Will it be a national championship? I'm not going there yet. Right now, I just want to get them to the Final Four. So I agree, Steve. I think all the predictions and the blogs. I saw a blog today saying Tech's going to get to the Final Four. I think those are correct. Contingent on if Moretti and Owens can bring their A game, which I have no reason to believe that they won't.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, if Moretti's landing them, they're hard to beat. I mean,
holy cow, yes.
It is when that team starts raining threes, I'm like, holy smokes.
Right.
I mean, was it Iowa State? Who was it a couple of weeks ago? I mean, I'm like, this team plays like this. They're going all the way because I mean they couldn't be stopped. It was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, you're alley ooping. You're drawing fouls. And, Moretti, if you manage a blog or a Facebook page or a Twitter page, like y'all know, but you manage your own page. Critics, aren't easy to forget. And I can remember last year. Tech fans saying that Moretti had lost his way, that he was a terrible backup for Keenan Evans. And I tell you what, that dude got better. He went to the Italian League over the summer. He got bigger. He got stronger. He became a better teammate. If Jarrett Culver obviously has done a good job. I think the grad transfers, Tariq and Mooney, they did a good job this year. Some of the freshmen that Beard brought in have really played well coming off the bench. But without question, Tech's MVP for that 9-game winning streak, one of them has to be David Moretti.
Yeah.
Just based on how he shot the ball.
Yeah, I agree.
As I was thinking back to the Big 12 tournament and watching our game against West Virginia, I felt like overall the team didn't come out to win. And had we won that game or lost that game, I don't think it would have affected our seeding here in the tournament. But the thing that just killed me is we had a chance to win it, and with hardly an effort against West Virginia. I mean, it's definitely not a win that West Virginia should be proud of by any means. But I really felt we were sloppy on the defensive boards. I feel like we many times we weren't crashing the boards like we've seen that team do in the past. But you think about what happened that second half. Matt Mooney was really sort of the X factor for the team. He's a great shot creator. He was really just clutch from the outside several times, and we just once again, if we just got a couple more defensive boards there at the end, we would have won that game with half an effort.
Agreed. Did you see that not the fake SVP show where Chris Beard was talking about that they after the West Virginia game they they went back to Lubbock and went into a movie theater parking lot and got a stat sheet from the game and burned it.
Yeah.
Did you?
Pell tried to play it off. He tried to say, it's just a metaphor. He didn't really burn anything. And I'm like, man, you don't know Beard. You know he burned something.
There was a fire. I guarantee you there's a fire.
Yeah.
And I loved his phrase, learn and burn. Yeah. That's awesome.
There you go.
Beard, here's the thing. Tech has really been blessed with coaches that have good charm, with the media over the years, the good or bad. Bob Knight, Mike Leach, Spike Dykes, Cliff Kingsbury may not have had a very good personality after football games, but his draw was his moxie, his mojo, whatever you want to call it. And Beard, I think, is no different. The difference is all those aforementioned guys, yeah, they had a personality, but it was like, really? You're either really weird, like Mike Leach, or you're just a good old boy like Spike Dykes. But Chris Beard is the only basketball coach I know of that will be jamming the Travis Tritt after beating Kansas by 20. And then he goes in his fireside chats and he says, hey, guys, let's listen to some T.I., let's listen to some Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Like, what coach does that? I mean,
no kidding. You talk about a guy that can play well with the media, play well with the other coaches, and play well with a student body. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Are y'all buying that mess that the University of Texas or UCLA or Arizona are just going to come swooping him up after the season's done?
I heard
Well,
that.
I mean, I'm sure they would want him. I mean, who wouldn't? See the impact he makes and how the players love playing for him. I mean, it's, if I had a high schooler that was a prospect for college, I'd want him playing for Beard as well. It's, I know, I think Kirby's going to keep his boy. It's, everybody forgets that he had a job at UNLV, which was, never been they've always been a pretty good basketball powerhouse, especially back in the Jerry Tarkanian days. And he had that job for a month and bolted for Tech as soon as it became available. And so, I mean, we know he wants to be in Lubbock. He loves it there. So, you're going to have to sell him on a great experience. I don't think he's in Lubbock because he loves to be there, not because that's the best paying job he's had. It's because he wants to be there.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. There was a comment I saw after he won his, pretty sure it was Big 12 Coach of the Year. I don't know if he's up for National Coach of the Year yet or not, but I think he's a worthy candidate for it. But I tried to Google it. I don't know if he really said this or if the media just kind of put together some quotes from other interviews and just threw it on there. But the quote was, he said, 4 years ago, I was staying in a room in a Motel 6 with an assistant coach, and we went through 4 managers in the ABA League, and now I'm coaching a Power 5 basketball team. We just won the Big 12. And he goes on to say, the point is you never stop believing. And so to me, the guys, he if you want to talk about working your way up, no, whatever, I don't think he needs UCLA. I mean, this is a guy that was at the lowest of the low. And Chris Beard wouldn't tell you that. Now, he would say that the ABA was the best job he ever had, or any job that he's had was the best one he had. But this is a guy that has worked his way up, through the ranks. I don't think there's anything else he has to prove, except for maybe winning a national title, which I think he wants to do, in Lubbock. But he doesn't need to make more money. Hold on a second. It's holy cow! I'm telling y'all, I've got so many alarms set on my phone. That was my reminder to set my alarm for the morning alarm. Oh man,
you're aging yourself, John.
Chris Beard, he ain't going anywhere. No, Kirby Hocutt's going to pony up after the year's done. And truth be told, I know we're talking about the brackets, but I know football is our major moneymaker. And if Coach Wells' words lines up with the players' performance on the field, Texas Tech is not going to have a problem at all with money, the next few years. They'll sign Chris Beard up. It'll just be a matter of time.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
There's no way that Beard will go to California where In-N-Out's the best burger they have available. They'd have they'd have to build a Whataburger on campus to have a chance at him.
His vibe would not mesh in downtown LA.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. No.
Tucson, they got a great history and tradition over there. I'll tell you this. If I were to be not worried, but what the program that you want to watch out for if it's going to try to nab some high-profile name is Kansas. There's been some chatter that Self is on the way out the door after the NCAA tournament's over. And Kansas isn't going to pick up some scrub. No, they're going to want somebody to come in and win because that's their standard. But like I said, this is all a moot point because it's Chris Beard. He spent a third of his life in Lubbock. He was an assistant for 10 years. He's been in Lubbock for the last 4. He ain't leaving. Right? He's not going anywhere. Getting back to the brackets, I will be very interested in some sort of a rematch if Tech can take care of business. Beat your opponent on Friday. I really think they're fixing to play St. John's in the second round. If you take care of them, you take care of Gonzaga, they won't be easy. But a rematch with Duke at the Final Four, as loud and raucous as Tech fans were in New York, can you imagine what that atmosphere would be like? If Tech could get to the Final Four, I mean, you'll have Tech fans buying tickets any way they can. StubHub, the ticket office, whatever. One can dream.
Yeah.
One can dream. Yeah,
that's true. It'll be fun, man. It's gonna be a fun tournament. Really is.
Yes, sir. Tell me this. I'm looking over these articles, and looking at these notes. Talking about the bracket, if y'all had to pick one upset that's just going to blow up your bracket completely, and I'm going to give you mine. Kentucky does not like the fact that they lost to Tennessee. It's kind of a letdown. Their fan base is let down. They didn't get a chance to go to the regional they wanted. And little teeny tiny Abilene Christian, downtown Abilene, is playing powerhouse Kentucky. I know nothing about Abilene. I know nothing about their team. What I do know is their coach is so stoked after they made the NCAAs, he ripped his suit. And so he's taking his $1,000 bonus that he got from going to the NCAAs, and he's buying a new suit. And wouldn't it be awesome? It would make a heck of a story on ESPN if teeny tiny Abilene played Kentucky, and Kentucky was so down and disappointed they didn't get the region they wanted that Abilene won. Probably won't happen. I don't think it'll happen.
But
if there's going to be an upset on Thursday, it's going to be Abilene.
That's good.
That is good.
Yeah.
What about you guys? If you had to pick one upset outside of the Tech's region, I'm looking at some of the games here. I honestly think LSU is probably going to lose.
I'll give you mine.
Sure.
And it may just because of where I was born and raised, but I think New Mexico State's going to beat Auburn.
Really?
New Mexico State's a heck of a basketball program. So I'm not going to rule them out of beating Auburn.
That would be something. They'd be wrapping toilet paper all over that tumor tree, whatever they got.
You know it.
Steve, what about you, brother? What's your upset for Thursday? It is to blow up your bracket.
This probably wouldn't be a massive. I mean, this really isn't an upset per se, but I see Iowa State doing a lot of damage if they'll have to play Ohio State first, and that should be a good game. But if they get past get past Ohio State, then I think they can beat Houston. Then that would match them up potentially against Kentucky. And Iowa State's a lot better team than their record shows. And they just won the Big 12 tournament. So.
What was there a video on Twitter or somewhere? It looked like the stuff was hitting the fan for Iowa State. Their big kid was yelling at their point guard to come join him in the huddle. And their point guard was bumping his gums, saying, I ain't joining nothing. They're arguing right there on the court, right there in West Virginia. Iowa State had lost a couple of games in a row. It did not look like that their season was going to end well. Yeah. But they have recovered. They look dang impressive.
They did.
Against Kansas. And here's the thing. That Iowa State pick's probably a pretty solid pick. Tulsa says that they're going to make a ton of money on this regional because you're going to have Tech fans coming in. The fact that it's in Tulsa means Iowa State fans are going to come in droves.
Not that far, yeah.
Right. And they'll travel. I mean, Iowa State, they'll sell out their football stadium for a 4-8 football team.
I mean, what else are you going to do? Or what else are you going to do there, you know?
Suck corn.
Yeah, right. You're going to run basketball. You ain't playing baseball. They're not a baseball team. So getting serious. Abilene may be the upset of the decade, but if you really wanted to see a sleeper sneak in there, I like Steve Stewart of Iowa State. Truth be told, though, I'm looking at this, and truth be told, I really think that there's something for U of H. Like they've got some scorers, they got some guys that can put the ball on the floor, that have played big time basketball before. If it's not Iowa State, I would not be surprised to see Houston make a serious run, because they played that AAC schedule where they're kind of they're a high seed, but the more rounds they go into, no one's going to take them seriously. It wouldn't surprise me to see Houston make a big run. If anything, fellas, because I'm biased, because besides Stack and Abilene, there wasn't a sole Texas team that made this thing. Texas didn't make it. A&M didn't make it. TCU didn't make it. So my sleeper is Houston. If anything, is another Texas team.
That's a good one. What about you, Noel?
I think the my first round upset is going to be Kansas against Northeastern is going to go over Kansas, because I don't know what it is about them, but they're always pick them to lose in like the first 2 games, and they usually deliver. So that's sort of one of my bracket secrets every year is I pick Kansas to lose early on in the tournament, just because I don't know why, but they tend to lose early. So
yeah, it's true.
And Kansas is a very important man down. And I just don't. Northeastern's got a lot of perimeter shooters that they make about 40% of their shots. So I don't think that Kansas is going to be able to keep them out of 3-point land. And we'll see. I mean, it's admittedly probably a long shot, but it'd be fun to watch. It'd be fun to see Northeastern beat them. So.
Isn't that what's fun about this?
Oh, it's great.
It's just the greatest thing is the upsets, the Cinderella stories. That's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get the politics, coming in basketball. Like you got the selection committee, but honestly, with 68 teams, if you're there, you might have Dick Classell railing about rewarding mediocrity, but if you're there, it's because you earned your way there, and there's always going to be somebody that makes a run every year. Who was the group last year that beat Virginia? And their Twitter page was so fire. Who was it, fellas?
It was
Let me look it up.
the one with the nun, right?
Yeah.
I forgot.
No. Well, maybe. Yeah, I think it was the one with the nun.
Was it Old Dominion?
No,
it wasn't Old Dominion.
It was like Loyola or something like that.
Yeah. It was had a Maryland in there, I think, or something in there.
Let me Google that.
I'm looking it up.
Which basketball team has a nun?
Here we go. Hold on.
Hey, don't make me Google that. I will.
They call it the greatest upset ever. They played Maryland, Baltimore County.
There you go.
That's right.
I told you there was a Maryland in there somewhere.
UMBC, and their Twitter page was, I'll tell you what, that might be worth doing some research after we hang up, because their Twitter page was so funny. Like their Twitter page went from 100 followers to like 30,000 in the span of a few hours.
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
It was something else. So I'm hoping that Abilene Christian is that team this year, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Hey, you never know.
You never know, man.
That'd be fun, man.
That's what I love about college basketball. I mean, it could be the smallest school with the smallest school in the country can still be competitive with the big boys. It's just a fun tournament. I love.
That's what makes
Final Four.
Makes it fun. It makes me wish that they would expand the football a little bit.
I know.
See, they could expand football, but you need to take away the championship games. We don't need to play football in the February.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's true. But, and I think the coaches would be fine with that. Most of the coaches that are winning coaches hate the championship games.
Yeah.
Well, and that's my theory with Tech. The last few years, Chris Beard is probably one of the best hires that ADs have ever made in recent memory. And Tech has just laid an egg, in these tournament games. And I think it's because, guys, can y'all imagine if Jared Culver had gotten hurt in that first round game with West Virginia? And I guarantee you, Chris Beard and others have said, why are we even playing a tournament? What all this does is it tries to get the top seeds a little bit of a better schedule. If I had it my way, you would do a tournament that maybe the top 6 teams, or like the bottom 5 teams, or the bottom 4, give them a shot to get into the NCAA tournament. But your top seeds, I don't know how you would work that out.
Have a lock or something based on their rank, or
Yeah. Right. The tournament games, the championship games, you can't tell me that if Alabama had Jalen Hurts had gotten hurt in the SEC championship game or one of their quarterbacks, whatever, Nick Saban would have been railing to get rid of the title games altogether.
Oh, yeah. And I think, I don't think, you think about Chris Beard, it makes you wonder, did he think a little bit about Keenan Evans playing hurt last year through the championships and what would it have been like if he was healthy? And, I wouldn't be surprised also if, some of these cold weather games where Tadlock has wanted to end this short, he remembers Gingrey last year, the first game he got hurt because he was overdone and overplayed through the summer. And it makes you wonder if these guys are a little bit more timid to throw some of their aces or play that long, So it's a valid point. So you never know, but I think that Beard will be happy that they've got the team healthy for this tournament. They didn't last year, so
no, they didn't. You're right.
So it'll be a good thing, man. It will be.
So
well, I'm looking forward to it. So outside of Tech, if you had another team to pick to win, who would it be?
Oh my gosh.
Another team to win. If I hear Duke and Zion one more time, I'm going to mute. So it's definitely not them. I'm looking over my bracket and I'm looking at who could do well, who I picked, and there's something to be said. There's something to be said, not just about your number 1 seeds, North Carolina, Duke, Virginia, whatever. But I'm looking at this. There really is something to be said about these number 4s and these number 3 seeds. And I'm not just talking about Tech. I'm not just talking about Houston. I'm looking at this, and truth be told, I would say you really got to give another look at Gonzaga, just because they have good big men. They are an unknown school, and I think that they have the depth. That's one thing Tech's going to have to worry about. When they play Gonzaga, Tech has good 5 to 7 players that they can go to, and maybe a number 8 or number 9. But everybody in Gonzaga can fall, and they lost a whole slew of points in the conference tournament. I think they did what you said, Keith. They just kind of laid an egg. They didn't want their players to get hurt, whatever. But to me, it's Gonzaga.
Yeah. Okay.
Because everybody can play for them.
That'll make Noel's wife happy. Isn't that her favorite, Noel?
She is a big Gonzaga fan. She and she could barely, she probably didn't know well, she does now, but before she started cheering for them, actually about 2 years after she started cheering for them, she actually took the time to figure out exactly where is Gonzaga. So, and for anybody that wants to know, it's in Washington State. So
Washington State, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. There you go.
It is.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
So,
okay, Noel, who you got? If it's not Tech.
If it's not Tech, well, I mean, Tech's obviously my pick.
Right.
But short of them, I like Gonzaga. I mean, I mean, I hate to just echo John, but I mean, he made some good points, and I think, in my family, it's either going to have to be Tech or Gonzaga to keep the peace among the
Very
living.
politically well done, Noel.
Yeah, so it's going to be Gonzaga.
Noel likes his bed. That's cool. That's awesome.
Yep, sure do.
Absolutely.
Steve?
You know what? Looking at who I think is going to do the most damage in the tournament, and hopefully that doesn't mean damage to my brackets, but yeah, I watched the Michigan State-Michigan game this past weekend. Gosh, Michigan State looks really good, and they're tall, physical. They're my choice to go all the way. So, and
Nice.
also would be surprised to see Tennessee sneak into the Final Four. So, I think Tennessee might make all the Longhorn fans wish they still had Rick Barnes.
Yeah, that's true.
Man.
I'm gonna go with Virginia as mine. I just think they've got a relatively. I mean, however, they do have to play Kansas State if they get that far. If Kansas State and them advance, so that's going to be a fun game to watch. But I don't know, for no other reason that I just think they're a pretty good team. So
Go ahead, huh?
We'll see what happens.
K-State, one note to make there, the Twitter feed I saw today said that Wade more than likely is done.
Really?
Huh.
Yeah, he's through. Like they used him up to try and win the conference championship, and he re-injured, something he had hurt, during the year. I'll go back and look, to be sure that it was a Kansas State beat writer, and I don't know, maybe Weber leaked that, to kind of make his opponents say, oh, well, he ain't playing, and it's kind of a gamesmanship thing. That was what Kansas State beat writer said on Twitter today.
Huh, okay. Well, that could change things. That's for sure. I didn't know that. Anyway, it's going to be a fun tournament. So, Steve, again, go through the bracket that you've got set up, where it is, and where we can find it one more time.
So visit our Facebook page, visit our Twitter page, or soon to be on our Instagram page or our website, which is testosteronepodcast.com.
Yeah, and in the website, click on the link to the blog. Don't just scroll down to the summary of the blog. The hyperlink, for whatever reason, it doesn't show up in just the summary. So you have to actually go into the blog page to get to the hyperlink. So make sure you do that.
Right.
And we will, on our page, we're going to start using, we have a, just for all of our contests and things, there's a special component of our page, and we're going to be actively updating that daily with who's in, who's out, and where all of our players are falling in the whole bracket. And don't forget, there's going to be some swag for the winner. So
absolutely. So if you're interested in playing, visit those sites. We have the link available there. You do need a Yahoo account set up. Those are free. So
Yahoo.
Real easy to do that. So looking forward to 17 players sign up so far, and I'm sure we'll probably easily double that. So should be a lot of fun.
So this is the episode 56, and I want 56 at least. We're going for it.
At least
that's my stretch goal.
Yeah.
That's my stretch goal. So John, invite your brother and everybody else. You have your whole church on. Come on, let's do this.
Yeah. It's a folks up down. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. I'm so glad I'm on this one. Back in the fall, we did like a raffle ticket thing to kind of do a fundraiser for our church, and I put it on my Facebook. I said, all right, everybody come get your tickets. We've got some, and you can buy some tickets. And if you win the raffle, you win $1,000. And I got in some trouble, but because I was a preacher promoting gambling.
Oh my goodness!
And so I'm so glad I'm hanging out with you guys, because I know that we're all just having a good time and having fun, and it's just swag. It's not like we're giving up bank account numbers or something.
Yeah, no gambling. We're not even asking anybody to pay anything. It's free to play, and we're just having some giveaways. So it's just a fun tournament, man. So,
I know. Well, man, I keep telling my folks that, like, I'm not going to be the most typical preacher y'all ever had. Like, we're having an NCAA tournament party this weekend. And it's going to be a fun next 2 weeks, guys.
I think so.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I think so. Absolutely. So I'm looking forward to it. So thanks, Steve, for introducing that. And I'm looking forward to seeing this. And like I said, we'll keep everything updated as much as we can. It flies fast this time of year, so we'll update it as much as work will allow. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of chatter about Tech baseball losing 2 out of 3 to the Horns over the weekend. I tell you what, folks, I said it on Twitter the other day. There ain't a skipper that I wouldn't trust, to get Tech's program right. That a 2-time National Coach of the Year, Big 12 champ, CWS, finalist, Tim Tadlock.
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 Horns games that they lost Friday night, Josh Young, he All-American third baseman. 99% of the time, he's going to pick up a grounder, at third base. Ball goes between his legs, Friday night. They win Saturday because Killian, deals aces, practically most of the game. Sunday, they had Texas on the mat practically all game. And John McMillan, they called him the whammer, last year because he could crank it, with the bat. But he's taking on pitching full time this year. He gives up a lead. And Tech ends up losing. But I bring all that up because of this. Right now at Tech, talking about Chris Beard leaving or staying or whatever, Texas Tech, don't y'all agree, is in a golden age for athletics right now?
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. Especially for spring sports, man. I tell you.
Yeah.
That Tech Texas series was stressful to watch. I don't know if you felt that way. It was tense. I mean, those were some 2 serious heavyweights playing, and those games could have gone either way, honestly. Did you know the Saturday game at Disch-Falk was the largest attended game in Disch-Falk field history?
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you knew that. So
that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it really is.
Clemens and great baseball players.
Yeah,
played in Texas.
Yeah, so that just shows the caliber of teams that were out there. I personally think Tech is a better team. I just think they left too many people on base, man. That's my thought.
19 walks.
Yeah. So, but I like I say, it's early in the season and this is a young team. I'm telling you. I mean, can you imagine if we would keep half of our team that went to the draft, what this team could do? I mean, that's what blows my mind.
Don't get me started.
Oh man. I mean, if you kept half of how many went last year? Was it 15? Something 16.
And Killian was also drafted, but he came back.
Yeah.
His explanation on Saturday, it was weird. He said it just didn't work out, which that tells me that they didn't offer him a heck of a lot of money. It wasn't really a good deal. Or 2, he just really enjoys, the college game. And he likes the idea of hanging around no longer. I'll tell you this, and like I said, I know we're kind of chasing some rabbit trails with Tech sports, but I was really impressed with Josh Young because he had his error on Friday, cost him a game. Saturday, his bat wasn't really there, but he made several great plays on defense. He talked up Peter. They brought in Peter to close the game in the ninth, and he went over to try to pump him up. Yesterday, he hits a 2-run homer and gets back within 1 run. That guy is an absolute leader, and any baseball program or baseball organization, when he gets drafted, is going to be blessed to have him.
That's for sure.
He's not going to be in minor leagues very long.
No, not at all. He is a ball player. But with a capital B, man. So.
Did you see? Here we go. I could trash talk the Longhorn Network all day. But what was a new low for me? I probably should have just turned on Geoff Haxton and Guns Up Radio 97.3, but I didn't do that. I watched the Longhorn Network. If I had to hear it one more time, about Longhorn players playing hard because the guy's on the court. Anyway, the Longhorn announcer, Brian Klein, comes up to the plate. And, Brian Klein is a devout believer. He's been very outspoken about that. Josh Young is a devout believer. But Klein has crosses under his eyes.
Right, yeah.
And the Longhorn Network announcer says, "Oh, look, it's Brian Klein. He has double T's under his eyes."
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my
Wow.
I'm like, brother, do your homework. And so the guy's a believer. And if you go to the tweet, that's become one of our viral tweets the last few days. A slew of people have liked it. Some of the set baseball guys have liked it. Brian Klein did. I don't know. It's like that's where we're at in society, is people would rather paint any speck of religion, into something else, instead of, hey, you know what? That guy actually, there's something different about him. But
well,
it's the Longhorn Network. It's not TBN. So
that's what. Well, he's probably talking with his eyes crossed or something. You never know. So.
Yeah, right.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I guess you see what you want to see. That's all it is. But
hey, man.
So yesterday was St. Patrick's Day.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, do you know? What do you call a bulletproof Irishman?
Oh, Lord. I have no idea.
Guys, anybody?
Nothing.
No idea, dude.
His name is Rick O'Shea.
Rick.
Wow.
Here. This one will go along good with our different episode names. So, did you know that a bowl of Irish bean soup contains exactly 239 beans? You know why?
I have no idea.
Because if it had one more, it would be too farty.
Too farty.
I know. Y'all bail me out. Bail me out. Help me out.
Pretty funny. Staying with the St. Patrick's Day jokes, if you want to call it that. Every year, St. Patrick's Day keeps on getting bigger. I think it might even keep on doubling.
Oh.
Yep.
I like it too.
So, what do fish take to stay healthy?
What do fish
take to stay healthy?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Vitamin C.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. John, you got one?
Oh man, y'all know I ain't funny.
Neither are we.
Yeah. Have you heard our episodes?
They're really
good.
Clearly.
Y'all funnier than I am, I'll tell you that.
Hey guys, where did the sheep go on vacation?
Where did the sheep go on vacation? I don't know.
The Bahamas.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. That is so painful.
That's a groaner, man.
You know what? Hold on. Yeah, I've got one right here.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right, here you go. Why can't you borrow money from a leprechaun?
Why can't you borrow
money from a leprechaun?
I don't know why.
Because they're always a little short. I got one more.
Okay, let's hear it.
He's on a roll.
What do ghosts drink on St. Patrick's Day?
What do ghosts drink? I don't know.
Booze.
Oh man, that's pretty good. Okay, I've got one more. Why should you never iron a shamrock?
Oh, why?
Because you shouldn't press your luck.
Wow.
Oh my!
Do you guys know?
Anyone else?
I got one more.
Oh, good.
Do you know?
Good.
I had to pull those out of my back pocket.
All right, Noel, what you got?
Do you know what part of your body is the last to stop working?
I don't know.
your pupils, they dilate.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a good one to stop on. I like it.
Bringing up the
Very
rear.
nice. All right, Noel. Well, I'll let you take us out, bud.
John, thanks again for joining us this week and on this week's podcast, and it's always good to have you. And you're a good friend of the podcast, and like I said, just thanks for coming back on. So
always love having you, man.
Yeah, and looking forward to the start of the Final Four. It's gonna be fun. Hope everybody cheers for Tech. You know, they're gonna be in the Final Four for sure. We all know it.
Wreck 'em.
Absolutely.
Just a matter of who they beat to get there. So anyway, fellas, thanks for listening, and we'll check with you next time in 57.
And our special 1-year anniversary episode.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
All right,
Awesome.
That's right.
All right, guys.
All right.
Take care.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Ringy dinky dingy donk.
Hey, thanks again for listening to the Testosterone Zone. We sure had a blast visiting with you. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe, leave us some feedback, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
All Testosterone Zone podcast episodes are written and produced by Noel, Keith, and Steve unless otherwise noted.
The opinions expressed in the Testosterone Zone podcast are our own and not those of our employers, families, parents, kids, dogs, cats, your mom, or any other entity Noel, Keith, or Steve are affiliated with now, in the past, or in the future, or ever.